Let's solve this question. The yellow portion in this figure shows the cut out part of the paper after the full folding. So I'm trying to make that particular shape and trying to place that particular shape into the paper before the last fold. I am using violet color to mention the cutout portion from the paper. So if I place the cutout portion in the paper before the last fold, it would be like this. And if you unfold it, the image would be rather like a mirror image of the obtained image here. So the first part is complete. Now we have to do the mirroring of the triangular portion as well. So now we get the complete picture of the cutout portion. So now we will compare with the options given below. In option D and option B, you can see a square shape similar to the above obtained figure. But in option C and option A, the square portion is in the opposite direction. So by that logic, we can eliminate option A and option C. Now, if you compare option B and D, the only difference is the orientation of the triangle. So, if we compare the image obtained above, the orientation of triangle is similar in option B but not in D. So, we can conclude that B is the right answer. Let's solve this question. If you observe the final image, you can see a particular shape in that final image, and in P and R that shape is not available, so Q should have that shape. So if you observe the options, option D, that image, that shape is inverted, and in option B that shape is not available, so we can eliminate option B and D. Option A and C are having that image or shape, so A and C can be potential answers. If you observe the final image again, you can see a L shape in the final image, which is being marked by a violet color, and that shape can also be seen in P. So to maintain that L shape, the image that is to be placed in Q should not block that L shape. But if you consider placing C, option C in the place of Q, the L shape would be blocked because of the black portions. If we place option A in the place of Q, that L shape would be maintained in the final image. So A is the right answer. Let's solve this question. In this question, we have to count the total number of surfaces, and we have been given two views of the same object. And if you observe carefully, the front view and the backside view of the same object has been given in this question. So let's start counting the number of surfaces in the front view. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 surfaces on the front view, and in the back view 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 surfaces in the back view. So front and back surfaces seems to be symmetric to each other. Next, we can move on to the right hand side of the object. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 surfaces on the right side. Moving on to the left side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, there are 9 surfaces on the left side view. Next, we can move on to the top surfaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, you have to consider the similar surfaces, the same surfaces on both the views. You should not be overcounting the number of surfaces in a particular view. So if you start counting total number of surfaces on top view, there are 11 surfaces on the top view. Next, on the bottom view, we can obtain total number of surfaces as 10. And if you do the counting in this technique, you will not be missing any surfaces, or you won't be overcounting or undercounting any surfaces. So the total number of surfaces is 62 surfaces for the object given in this question. Let's solve this question. If you observe the question very carefully, you can see there are 7 rows and 7 columns for black pattern as well as the pink pattern. The addition of black and pink pattern will give you the final answer, and we have to find it out from the options. We shall eliminate some of the options by observing the black pattern first. If you observe the 4th row and 3rd column of the black pattern, you can see single black patterns. If you observe option D, the position of the black pattern in the first row is different as it is given in the question. So straight away we can eliminate the option D. Then if you observe the 3rd one, it is similar for all the 4 options. Then let's see the last one also, the singular black pattern in the 7th row. So it's also same in all the options. Let's check out the pink patterns. If you see the pink pattern, the 4th row, there is a single pink pattern, and if you observe option C, there are 2 pink patterns in this one. So straight away we can eliminate option C. Now we have to compare A and B, and if you observe very carefully, you can see a difference of pattern in the 5th row, and if you compare with the question patterns, the position of the pink is different in A. So the option A can be eliminated. In option B, the position is correct. The pink pattern is at 1 and 4th position. So option B is the right answer. Let's check out this question. This is a snub cube. Okay, snub cube is a standard cube having a particular pattern which follows around. This is the wire mesh view of the 3D figure snub cube. Let me change into the 3D model so you can understand the number of surfaces of a snap cube better way. For a snap cube, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares, and there are 4 triangles which are attached to the square. So the base of the triangle will be the side of the square. Likewise, there are 4 triangles for each square. So we have 6 squares, and for 6 squares there are 4 triangles each. So total number of surfaces count will be 6 into 4, 24. Then let us consider this as the front view. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 triangles that fill out the gaps in front view. In opposite view, back view, there are also 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 triangles that fill out the rest of the gaps. So 4 plus 4, 8 triangles are also present in this figure. So looking at the 3D figure, you will be getting a better knowledge about how the snap cube looks like. So this is a standard pattern, and you must be able to understand this question. So in total there are 6 squares, there are 24 triangles adjacent to the square, and 8 squares filling the gaps. In total there are 38 surfaces present for a snap cube. Let's solve this question. So we have to find the total number of solved pairs, and it should be matched pairs as well. Count the total number of left and right soles. Let's count total number of left and right soles in this image. So you should be able to understand the general shape difference between the left and right soles. So we start counting. The number of left soles are more than number of right soles. So after counting all the soles, there are 3 right soles and rest of them are left soles. So in our option A is 6, we can eliminate it. Option B is 5, we can eliminate that also. Option C is 4, and the option D is 3, and we can only obtain 3 pairs of sole design from this image. Let's solve this question. If you observe this 3D figure very carefully, you can see a 3x3 cube arrangement. Like a Rubik's Cube arrangement, you can see inside this 3D figure. Let me draw that figure for you. So in the question it says that the total 3D figure is a symmetry, and for all sides this is applicable. 3x3 cube, there are total 27 cubes present in this one. And if you count the number of cubes that are present on each corner of this cube, there are independent 8 cubes on each corner of the cube. Next we observe the figure carefully. For a cube like this, there are 6 faces and each face is having 4 cubes. So in total 4 into 6, 24 cubes are present. So in total the number of cubes present in this 3D figure is 27 plus 24 plus 8, and the total is 59 cubes. Let's solve this question. We shall use elimination method to solve this question. Let's observe a particular shape on the 3D figure. We can see a step shape in the 3D figure. Let's see that shape representing on option A. It's present on option A. It's not present on option B. It's present on option C, and it's also not present on option D. So we can eliminate options B and D. Now to compare option A and C, we are looking for the square shapes on the 3D figure. Let's see the square shapes on this 3D figure. In option A, we can see a square shape which is at the top, and the side square is missing. We can eliminate option A. And if you look at the option C, there are 2 square shapes. So answer C is the right answer. Let's solve this question. We shall eliminate some of the options by looking at the non-colored portion that is present in Q. If you observe the middle portion of the Q, there is a coloration, small coloration like this. And if you observe option B, there is no such coloration in that particular part. So we can directly eliminate option B. Then, if you observe this shape, it is a straight line in Q, but when we cut open this particular object, that straight line becomes like this. So in option A and option C, it is similar as we drawn, but in option D, it is a straight line, so it cannot be an answer. So we can eliminate by that logic. Now we shall observe option A and C a little more closely. To come into a conclusion, let's zoom it out and observe a particular shape that is present in Q and just compare that particular shape with option A and option C. Let's compare this shape. I'm just drawing the shape. Let's see that we can find this particular shape in option A as well as in option C. So if you observe option A, the topmost edge is more sharper, and if you observe option C, it is similar to the pattern which is obtained on Q. So most probably by this logic we can conclude that option C is the right answer because of the similarity in shapes. Let's solve this question. If you observe this question very carefully, we have to find the total number of bricks which are stacked on each other. We can find 3 columns for each leg, and there are 4 legs, and for each column there are 6 rows respectively, like as drawn in the figure. Either you can count total number of bricks that are present like this, or you can subtract the missing bricks from the stack. Either way you can find the total number of answer. Here I am marking the total number of bricks that are present by seeing through this perspective. So for each leg there are 15 bricks, and we have 4 legs, and 15 into 4 there are 60 bricks stacked on each other. And if you consider the middle stack, there is an additional brick on the top, so 7 additional bricks are also present. So total there are 67 bricks in this stack.